when states spend their own money under our bill,
under the Democratic bill,
right, which we invite Republicans to join, it should be bipartisan, we would reimburse states for taxpayer money that's spent to feed kids and families. And also the WIC program, which, as you know, deals with younger children and moms. But I think the important point here, Michael, is neither of these bills should be necessary.
Right.
The administration has the authority and the funds to do it on their own. And the reason they are not doing it is simply to cause more pain to people who are the most vulnerable. And in the state of New Mexico, for example, where Senator Lujan is from, 21% of his constituents depend on the SNAP program. In Connecticut, it's a lower percentage, but still very significant, 1 out of 10. This program is a lifeline, and the administration simply wants to cause more suffering to people. It's cruel and it's stupid because kids who are hungry can't learn. Families who are worried about putting food on the table can't be productive. And it's simply a self-inflicted wound.
If I could, can I do a quick follow-up on that? As Senator Schumer said, you had 11 Democrats signed on to the Hawley bill right now, including himself. This bill is a new piece on the table. Where is the win here? How do we sort this out? I get your point about the president. He's checked out. This is just for him a sort of a parlor game on the, revolving around the lives of real people. But as elected officials, you're trying to fix the problem. Where do you see a win here if you've got Democrats already lining up or having lined up with the Hawley bill, and now you have the Lujan measure, which some would say maybe inject some politics, maybe inject some confusion, which is why I wanted a clarification of the two bills from the beginning.
Well, the win here is to avoid families going hungry and kids particularly. But the ultimate win is to preserve health care, that is to have the health care tax credits extended past the end of the year, when right now they will expire. And for families in Connecticut,
November 21st, by the way, right?
No, the tax
credits.
Well, look, I think there's two things here. Well, many things, actually. But the tax credits are about to expire by the end of the year. November 21st, the continuing resolution that the House passed a little over 30 days ago, that continuing resolution only funds the government through November 21st. And so I don't understand why you all are still voting on, and why Republicans are asking you all to vote on a measure that won't fund the government for more than a couple weeks, yet the government doesn't want to give the funds for SNAP that will keep SNAP open for another couple of weeks. It's about $8 billion a month, according to NPR, to fund the SNAP program, and there's about $6 billion in the reserve. Make it make sense.
You would be forgiven for wondering why, once again, Donald Trump is creating confusion and chaos. But that seems to be the trademark of his administration. And he could eliminate all of these questions by simply saying to Republicans, you have a green light to extend the tax credits for health care coverage, which expire at the end of the year, past that end of the year. But the reason why it's so urgent, Simone, is that families in Connecticut and in every state where there is the ACA are making decisions right now about buying health insurance. And in that open enrollment, they're looking at the prices and they're seeing it's going to cost them literally double or triple. A family of 4 making $130,000 goes from $1,000 to $3,000 or $4,000, just as a hypothetical. They can't afford it. So they're saying, what do we do? And that's why we have to meet the need right now. Now, on SNAP, that funding expires this Saturday. So there's an immediate need. And yes.
But there's money in the reserves.
And there is money in the reserves. And again, Donald Trump could simply say, spend the money. It's there for emergencies. It's contingency. We have the authority to do it. We want to ease some of the pain and suffering that's caused by this shutdown. Put aside who's responsible for it. Let's try to do the right thing for people in the meantime. Let's pay the military. We have a separate bill to do it. John Thune will put neither bill on the floor because he thinks it will create more pressure for us if people go hungry or our troops aren't paid. And that is, in my view, unconscionable.